Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2060 of What's She Up To Now, documenting the journey as I originally transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and then back and forth again. 2020 pandemic year, I was like, okay, I don't want to be strictly online, but I'm sure glad I'm online during the pandemic. But I also want to have offline businesses because I think we need to bring back control of certain industries in our home countries so that we don't get cut off and screwed like we did during the pandemic in a lot of areas and aspects of our life. Well, today, our idiom for supersize your business is in the mind's eye. And I think I'm really woo-woo, but I guess I'm not as woo-woo as I think I am. But I do like to study different things, different modalities, especially since my sudden cardiac arrest. I got more interested in what everything means and how we're connected to a higher power, etc., which is, very personal to each and every one of us. But I started to go on a spiritual journey as well as a informational curiosity journey. And I learned things about like the mind's eye. And that's our idiom for today, in the mind's eye, in our imagination. And I learned that believing always comes before the result. Believing something is possible for us, visualizing it, imagining it, seeing it in our mind's eye, seeing it in our mind happens long before it shows up in our life. Sometimes it's shorter than other times, but a lot of times it can be decades before something shows up in our life that we've been imagining and wanting to be a part of our life. So we talked about that. And that's a really, really old idiom. I didn't realize it was from the 1300s where it was first documented. Geoffrey Chaucer used it in one of his works. I think the law, I can't remember, the Man of Laws or something, tale. In one of his poems. So it's very old and we've had it around for a long time, but it reminds us of the power of imagining, of visualizing. And I shared as part of day 260, is it day 260? No, day 257. I always get my days mixed up. Day 257 of our annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge. We're focusing on confidence this month. And I shared one of my very favorite tools, which is the tool called affirmations. Everybody knows maybe everybody doesn't know what affirmations are, but affirmations are I am statements, statements about ourselves that sometimes we believe, sometimes we don't. If I say I'm a billionaire, one of mine is I'm a billionaire inside and out. Well, you know what? I definitely created over $1 billion in my life, but I am not currently sitting with $1 billion in the bank, right? Or with $1 billion in assets anywhere. But I like that affirmation. So how do we take that affirmation when our subconscious knows it's not true yet or not a reality yet for us? How do we take that and turn that into something that's more believable so we create it, so we can believe it in our mind first so it'll show up in our life faster? Well, we use a tool called affirmations. I don't remember who I learned these from, but I've been using them for about, well over a decade now. And all it is you take your affirmation, the I am statement, and then you ask it two other ways in the form of a question. Because guess what? Questions get our subconscious working for us to make the answer to the question show up in our life. So if I say, and let's use a confidence one since we're focusing on confidence this month, I am confident in every situation. Well, do I show up confident in every situation? Not usually. I mean, the vast majority, I'm old enough now that I can deal with pretty much everything that shows up. But there are situations I find myself in where I get a little nervous. I get a little anxious, right? I don't think I get anxious very often, but my kids might say differently. Anyway, I am confident in every situation. Well, if I know subconsciously that I have not been confident in every situation in my life, then there can be a conflict between what I want and where I'm at right now. Well, I need to find ways to get around that conflict that's coming out of my subconscious saying, yeah, no, you're not. Remember that time when so-and-so said this to you and you just melted like a puddle? So how do we get around that? By asking two questions. Number one, I am confident in every situation. And then we ask a how question. How can I be more confident in every situation I find myself in? Or how can I show up confidently every day? In every situation, in every way. And then this third way and the second question is, why is it so easy for me to be confident in every situation? Guess what? Now, if I'm asking the how and the why question, my subconscious is helping me to get answers to that. Whatever we ask ourselves, our subconscious comes up with an answer to. A lot of times it's not true, or it's a lie. Or if we ask ourselves a question and our subconscious will say, no, it's because you're not good enough. Is that ever true? No, that's never true for any of us ever. We are always good enough to have whatever it is that we want and desire if we're willing to put in the effort and the work and what it takes to be, I guess, able to have that thing or to attract that into our life. We do that by asking affirmations. I am cool, confident, and collected in every situation. Why is it so easy for me to be cool, confident, and collected in every situation? How can I be more cool, confident, and collected in every situation I find myself in? And guess what? The why and the how help us to exponentially achieve the thing that we want and the thing that we identify with much faster and easier than if we didn't. So that's one of my favorite tools. Again, these card decks are also one of my favorite tools. I love them. They give me I carried them around for years. In corporate America, I would just grab one in the morning and I would stick it in my briefcase or my purse and I would take it to work. And sometime during the day when something came up that irritated me or that I just needed a little positive energy boost, I would read one of these and then I would think about it throughout the day. Just little things like that that we can do to make our life move in the direction we want it to a lot faster. So that's it. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Thursday here in our neck of the woods. So wrapping up this week, getting ready for next week already because we're always moving forward and always moving ahead. But I will make time if you ask me a question. If you have a question, find me, ask. You can message me. You can find me on Voxer at pajamagram@gmail.com. And, you know, you can just Google me. I'm not hiding. I'm here in plain sight. Anything about offline businesses or online businesses or how to get to that next step. I love helping people realize that they already know what they need to do. Sometimes they just need somebody to help them see that they already know what they need to do. Me included. All right. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.